Welcome, my name is Michael Mallon, also go by the IDM. For the last several years I've been writing a blog about role-playing games, tabletop games, and also about the psychological implications of role-playing games. My full-time job is a psychologist, but I've been writing a blog for the last few years. Been a little bit quiet recently, but have been writing some articles about Hearthstone, which is a game I've been playing pretty consistently for the last, I would say, about half year to year or so, mostly as a casual player. I have purchased the adventures and did the pre-order for the Grand Tournament packs, pre-order several when that was released. So been just kind of grinding away as a free-to-play player for the most part. Usually play on the ladder, mainly get to about rank 20 to 15, sometimes up to 12 or 11 each month. And this month I decided to make a push to get a little bit further in the ladder and see how competitive I could be. Been playing with a mage and have had the goal of getting to 500 wins in ranked with the mage, which gives you the golden hero, which is a nice little goal to go after. Right now I'm at 499 wins, as you'll see here coming up. And today I wanted to kind of share with everyone, hopefully, me not taking too long here to get a win, to get the 500 victory, and at the same time talk about really the psychological mental health benefits of setting short-term goals, and kind of saying that, using that in somewhat jest in the context of playing Hearthstone. But I think Hearthstone does a good job of giving you some very small goals to shoot for. In the ladder you have the different ranks, and each rank is broken into different stars. So if you get a win, you get a star. It's very reinforcing, feels good. If you get 3 wins in a row up to rank 5, then you get a bonus star. So again, if you put together a nice little streak, you can advance up a little bit further. If you get 500 wins, then you get the golden hero, which I haven't done yet with any of the heroes, and mage is certainly the closest one. It's really important in your personal life to do that as well. Anything that you can simplify into short-term attainable goals is really important for our mental health and well-being. So if you have problems at work, issues going on at home, anything you can do to write that out, simplify those ideas, simplify the problem, diagnose it, and break it into smaller steps. As much as you can do that, it's really going to be helpful, because it makes some of these things that are overwhelming, such as really being a novice Hearthstone player and thinking I'll never get to 500 wins to get a golden hero. That seems ridiculous. Break that into, well, okay, let me work this week on getting 5 wins, and just starting there. It's taken a lot of time. I haven't kept track of how much time it's taken, how many games I've lost. It's certainly well more than 500, but it's hopefully all led to today, and we'll see if we can get lucky and get the first win right off the bat here. In terms of that idea of simplification, really setting goals for yourself, I wrote about this on my blog, I think within the last year or so, in the context of Dungeons and Dragons, running a role-playing game, and how you can simplify that to make that job a bit easier. So it looks like we have a mirror matchup here, and one of the things I want to focus on in terms of the mulligans is try to have some removal. I think the Arcane Blast I'll hang on to. The other cards really are not going to help me early on. Certainly hope to draw Dr. Boom as we get playing here. Arcane Intellect will be nice in the future to redraw some cards. And Fireball, 2 of those in the deck. We'll see what I get here with the mulligan. Okay, so we have some options. If they play a Mana Worm, we can take care of it with a Frostbolt, have the Arcane Missiles, which will be useful. And Archmage Antonidas is a card that I recently crafted, which has helped me get to rank 5 here. Really helps to close out games. So if you can play this late, and if you have a few low-cost spells, kind of replenish your deck with fireballs, and really allows you to finish off the opponent, get rid of a problematic minion that might be on the board, and but that's not going to be played till later game. Right now, I could play Arcane Missiles, but that would be really a waste of resources, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass my turn. And oftentimes it's interesting with the mirror matchups against the Mage is who is able to play their Mad Scientist and trigger their secrets first. It becomes a little bit of a race. And case in point, there's the Mad Scientist. So a few options here. I could Frostbolt the Mad Scientist, trigger the secret. I could coin and play Flame Waker. And I could just Arcane Blast it. So again, as you're playing with a mage or really any hero, exactly what to do. Even talk aloud if you're by yourself and try to figure out, well, what's going to be the best play. Right now, because the last time I played against the mage and I frostbolted a Mad Scientist, I never caught back up. So I think what I want to do here is just play the Arcane Blast. That's going to trigger their secret. I don't know if I like that play, but I didn't want to waste the coin and then put out the Flame Waker. And so now we see that it's got the typical start going here for their hand. What I like to do here is see if this triggers a mirror entity. It does not. See if this triggers a counter spell. It does not. And let's play this Arcane Missiles. And now we have 5 points of damage. That hopefully takes out both of these minions. Let's see, it triggers Effigy. And the RNG gods were pretty favorable to me there. I was able to take out a couple of minions with just one spell and a coin. Granted, the minion that it popped for him has spell damage. That doesn't really make me too happy, but we'll see how things move from here. Getting back to this idea of simplification and dealing with the issues that come up in your life. So one of the things that I do is certainly keep a list. I often walk around work with a notepad, and different meetings I'm at during the day or a different to-do list, I'll write them down. Because if I have to just try to remember them on my own, it's really not going to happen. I'm going to forget something, and then a day or two later, someone's going to remind me. I'm going to feel kind of silly for forgetting something that I should have remembered. So really, as much as you can, write things down. I know there's quite a lot of tools out there to help people do that sort of thing. There's a lot of great apps on tablets and your phone. Keep a schedule. It's also important to plan like enjoyable activities. So like if you're gonna go to the movies with friends or something else, just try to keep yourself more organized. That's an interesting card for a mage. Murloc Knight. Okay, well thankfully we have some fine removal options here. So I'm going to Frostbolt this Murloc, Flame Cannon, just the Murloc Knight, and then we'll just go to the face. Right now, not entirely sure on my position. They got some card advantage on me, and I have some removal. I can play Antonidas here soon, and they don't. That's what I was worried about, but they might have a pretty decent-sized minion there. Few options here. I think what I'd like to do is just get rid of this character. And let's see. Again, compared to a lot of the other like professional streamers that you're watching, they probably are not making the same kind of plays that I am, and that's because I I'm still learning. So I certainly make mistakes while I'm playing. Definitely learn from those mistakes or try to. But I think we are possibly in good shape here between playing this secret. They might come back with a Dr. Boom here, which would give me at least the 7/7 body to take out the boom. So they have certainly some options. We'll see what happens. So they played an effigy secret before. It's possibly they have another one sitting in there. Curious to see if it's a counter spell. It is not. Let's see. So they are playing the second effigy there. Okay. Let's throw this out. So this sets me up to play Antonitis next turn. Hopefully I get a low-cost spell. I can start building up fireballs and try to end this game.
We have many secrets.
I'm not quite sure about wasting that fireball there, but I do have Antonitis. I can start replenishing them. I've been playing a lot of cards that have given them extra spells, extra minions. It's really helped them keep their deck flush with options. The problem is if I play Antonitis, he's just going to get killed off by the minions. Same thing with Flamewaker. Although I'm getting... Take a chance here. See if I can buy myself an extra turn to come back. Otherwise, it's not looking good. Yeah, that's going to do it. Probably a lot of mistakes I made along the way. Maybe even as early as popping that Mad Scientist and triggering the secret. Something I always struggle with. I never know if I should leave the Mad Scientist alone for a turn or two or just get rid of it immediately. Feel like if I made a couple of different choices there, I would have been able to win that game. Felt like I had actually a decent opening draw. Not many early minions. In my deck, I'm currently running 2 Mana Worms, 2 Flamewakers, a Sorcerer's Apprentice, some Azure Drakes, Antonitis, Dr. Booms, a couple piloted Shredders. So definitely had more options there, and it just didn't work out. So we soldier on and try to get another win, trying to get to 500. Now, 9 times out of 10, playing a Paladin these days, it's Secret Paladin, and it's all about navigating their Mysterious Challenger on turns 6 and 7, and trying to trigger the secrets in a way that's advantageous to you as opposed to advantageous to them.
Put this apple on your head.
So a couple options here. I could Flame Cannon and then just go the face, or I could Unstable Portal, see what minion I get, and then just cancel out with... I'm going to go with the removal here.
Job done.
And see if they put out the Shielded Mini-Bot. There it is. like clockwork. I don't know quite about that move, but I like the idea of having both mana worms out there. I can use Arcane Intellect next turn to get some additional cards.
Reporting for duty.
Oh, gorgeous. So Arcane Missiles here. If I get some effective RNG, then maybe I can even take out both of these things. That's a beautiful sight. I'm going to play the Arcane Intellect, get some more cards, some more removal, more spells. So right now, we're okay, but certainly Consecration is an option. Let's see if I play this. So I'm at 15. Gotta go for it.
The victory.
So there you have it, folks. Just going a little crazy with the mana worms to beat, I'm guessing was a secret paladin. They didn't really have a chance to do much. And let's see what our celebration final video is. There you have it. 500 wins. Just going to sit back and enjoy it. Been a lot of time and effort that's been put into trying to make this happen. So from now on, I'll be able to throw some golden fire blast for 2 mana, and hopefully maybe learned a few things about persistence, breaking things into smaller steps in your personal life. And yeah, I might do this a little bit more often. I think it'll get a little bit more high-tech as time goes on. Probably improve my presentation with how I'm speaking to you, the audience, and the topics we cover. But yeah, you know, I've always been, over the last few years, writing just from my background as a psychologist, kind of weaving in some of the mental health training and experience I have, and how that relates to the games that we play and how we spend our time. So even a game like Hearthstone, there's different things you can do about reading your opponent, how they use emotes. I always find that really interesting, especially the people who are really trying to be trolling with them. So yeah, I'll probably do this a few more times, and you know, if I get some feedback and people seem to enjoy it, and you know, I've thought about mixing in some ideas about how to improve your sleep. Certainly don't play Hearthstone in bed. It's really bad for your sleep. I can talk more about that. The importance of doing enjoyable activities in your life, this idea called behavioral activation. So if there's things you enjoy, go do them. Make sure you do them. We're all really bad at that. We make excuses not to do things we enjoy. So yeah, if you like Hearthstone, keep playing. I wrote a couple articles about getting started with the game a few months ago. I might get back to writing a little bit more. So yeah, thanks for watching. You got to see what a Golden Hero celebration looks like. And until next time, Michael via DM says thank you very much. So long.